going to show you a couple different ways to do a caprese salad. And the first thing I'm doing is I'm going to boil some orzo pasta, which is this little teeny pasta. It kind of is in the shape of like a little leaf, and it's just wonderful. So I'm going to season it just like I would when you're cooking spaghetti, a little bit of salt in there, and then I'm going to get to work on, as I said, the classic caprese salad, and then we're going to use this pasta and do another really fun way to do caprese salad. No, so what is a caprese salad? Basically, it's the easiest salad ever to make. You'll see it sometimes at fancy restaurants, and you're like, wow, that's so gorgeous. It's so easy, you can do it at home. Yeah, it doesn't get easier than this. Just a few ingredients, that's the key. And you know, when you're just using a few ingredients, they have to be really the best of the best. So we've got some fresh mozzarella cheese here from local Belgioioso, a local cheese plant that makes amazing Italian cheeses. We've got some of these gorgeous heirloom tomatoes, and we've got some fresh basil, and that's really it. A little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, and you've got a caprese salad. But it's all about presentation. So we're going to take these tomatoes, and I like to use a serrated knife. And these are these gorgeous heirloom tomatoes, and I just, aren't they pretty? This is a green one, but it's not like the hard green tomato that you're thinking of. This is actually completely ripe. It's just beautiful. These gorgeous colors. Tomatoes aren't just red. They come in all sorts of different colors. Red, yellow, purples, as you can see. Oh, and they smell so good. So I'm just slicing these guys up. And then I'm going to just start layering these on a pretty platter. I like to use white so that you can really kind of see everything. So, and this is, you know, kind of my go-to summer salad because it is so easy. So I'm going to take a couple tomatoes, kind of line them up on a plate, and then we're just going to start stacking these with the fresh mozzarella cheese and then some fresh basil. We'll do fresh basil leaves in between. So you've basically got basil, tomatoes, and it kind of looks like, you know, the Italian flag. There we go. Let's mix them up a little bit, shall we? And mozzarella. One thing I like to do with the caprese salad is make it maybe a little bit ahead of time, just a little bit, so that you can season it with some salt and pepper, and that's going to kind of, just like you'd marinate strawberries, same idea, is seasoning them with a little bit of salt and pepper before you serve them right away. It'll kind of get the juices flowing, and then we're going to, don't worry, we're going to tuck some basil in between. So how gorgeous does that look? I know, it's just amazing. And so simple to do. Just doesn't get much simpler than this. And it's just, you know, kind of a knife and fork type of thing. You just kind of dig right in there and cut up the tomatoes and the cheese. This is Bob, my husband Bob, this is his favorite salad. And in the summer, when the tomatoes are ripe like this and we've got fresh mozzarella cheese, he could eat this every night. So now I'm going to take a little bit of salt and pepper. There it is. Season these. So just if that salt can sit on here just for, you know, 15 minutes, 5-10 minutes even before you serve it, just makes it that much better. A little bit of fresh ground black pepper. And then a drizzle of olive oil. And again, because we're using so few ingredients, we really want this special. We're using just some really great olive oil. We love Jejora olive oil. You can do balsamic if you want, a drizzle of balsamic. What I normally do is do it on the side. So some people love it with this, some people don't. So there you go. Doesn't get easier than that. That's my caprese salad. Absolutely beautiful. So let's take that caprese salad and do a different twist on it. Do something a little bit fun. What we're going to do is I'm going to clear this away and show you how to do a caprese salad in a jar. This is very, very much on trend to do salads and desserts, even you know, breakfast parfaits with yogurt. serving things, drinks, cocktails, lemonade in clean mason jars or canning jars. Some of the hottest, hippest restaurants in the country are doing desserts and appetizers served in different sized jars. You're going to see this. This trend is really strong right now, and it's not going away. It kind of gives the impression of homemade, like canning pickles or jams, and it's just a really neat way to present things. So also great to pack for lunch. So basically, I'm going to make a dressing. We've got some clean canning jars, and I'm using the wide mouth jars, and I'm just going to start with a little homemade balsamic vinaigrette using the Jejora. We'll just do some balsamic vinegar in here. And then a little bit of oregano, just dried oregano, a little bit of salt and pepper. And we'll do some fresh garlic. You can pick up a bottled vinaigrette if you want. You could also do a thinned out pesto sauce instead of this vinaigrette. So it's up to you about your dressing. This is just a real simple one that we're going to do. And we're going to put the dressing in the bottom of the jar. That way you can make these salads ahead if you're having, guests over, the ladies over for a luncheon, or you want to pack this for lunch. And you don't have to worry about the salad getting soggy. So in goes my oil. And normally it's about 1 part vinegar to 3 parts oil. I go a little less on the oil with balsamic vinegar. So there you go. You've got a nice light vinaigrette. So we're going to take that vinaigrette, a little bit of that, put it in the bottom, just a little bit in the bottom of our jar. Okay, so there you go. Now we've got some fresh cherry size of mozzarella cheese balls, and we're going to do a layer of those in the bottom of our jar here. Just a few of those fresh mozzarella balls. So we're going to take kind of the same concept of our large caprese salad and do it in a jar. Okay, so next we're going to do some baby spinach. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of a rough chop. And again, this isn't going to get soggy because our dressing's sitting on the bottom. Thank you, Anne. So we're going to layer some of that fresh spinach on the bottom there. Pretty green colors. I'm just checking my pasta. I think we're almost there, Anne. Just going to give it a second longer. And then we've got some cherry or grape tomatoes in a couple different colors. So I'm just going to cut those in half. You could even leave them whole if you wanted. But these are so pretty, and we thought, why not just do 2 different colors? So we'll throw a layer of the tomatoes, and that's the cool part, is the presentation, is you're actually going to see the different layers. So very much on trend as is at parties. You could make a bunch of these ahead of time and put them on a tray, and that can be your first course. Very fun to do and easy, and then you can use those the jars for other recipes, and that's the thing. It's very environmental, and very hip, very cool, very trendy. Okay, so now we've got some fresh basil. I'm going to just take some fresh basil leaves. And throw those in. Just kind of tear them up if you want. All right, we'll go ahead and do some more tomatoes. And these are just a different color. So you've got all the elements here. And then this would be optional, but I thought it would be fun and just kind of bulk up the salad a little bit with some of that orzo pasta. So it's more of a caprese pasta salad. But again, completely up to you. You don't have to do it with the pasta. I want that to cool just a little bit. Drain it real well. And then we'll do a little bit of that on top. And there you go. You can see all those great layers. You can put the lid on it if you're going to take it to lunch, and then just shake it, or get a fork in there to get that dressing around. So there we go. Two different twists on the classic caprese salad. One on a platter, and then a caprese salad in a jar. Super cute and very, very trendy.